Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We start with breaking news right now at 6. Nathan Carmen, the Vermont man who's been at the forefront of a high-profile case, has died while awaiting trial. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the news at 6. I'm Ben Goldman.
And I'm Jen Bernstein. Carmen was set to go on trial in the fall after being charged with the death of his mother in 2016 during a fishing trip.
He was in good spirits, and it's just a tragic loss.
And we are learning new details now at 6 that Carmen left a note for his lawyers.
Fox 61's Carmen Chow joining us in the studio now with the very latest. Carmen.
Ben and Jen, we're told federal prosecutors informed Carmen's lawyers about the note, but as of right now, Carmen's lawyers say they do not know what that letter says. Now, earlier today, I spoke to 2 of Nathan Carmen's attorneys, and they told me they are extremely shocked. In fact, one of them said he just spoke to Carmen last night, saying he sounded to be in good spirits and did not see this coming at all.
I'm numb. This is an individual that I've been dealing with on a daily basis.
Martin Manella, one of 29-year-old Nathan Carmen's attorneys, got the call this morning notifying him of his client's death. Carmen was found dead in his New Hampshire prison cell early this morning. Prison officials say he was the only one in his cell at the time he was found. His lawyer says he just spoke with Carmen Wednesday night. Manella had worked closely with Carmen to build this case, and together they formed a bond.
It was an education because I had known nothing about this case till I got involved. And he was a very bright, intelligent young man.
Carmen was set to face trial in October in what prosecutors said was a scheme to inherit millions of dollars. He had pleaded not guilty last year in the death of his mother, Linda Carmen, who died during a fishing trip in 2016. It was also alleged Carmen shot and killed his grandfather, John Shakalos, in 2013 at his Windsor home in an effort to defraud insurance companies, though Carmen was not charged for that killing. Bill Michaels, the attorney for Carmen's family, released a statement saying, quote, "While we process this shocking news and its impact on the tragic events surrounding the last several years, we ask for your understanding and respect relative to our privacy." This notice now saying the District of Vermont has dismissed the indictment against Carmen. Manella adding he and Carmen's other lawyer would have gotten him an acquittal after preparing a vigorous defense with many expert witnesses.
But I think eventually the whole truth will come out.
His attorneys say at the moment they cannot comment on the cause of his death. Police in Keene, New Hampshire are investigating further into Carmen's death. In the studio, Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Carmen, thank you. Well, a woman is fighting for her life tonight after she was shot in the head at an apartment complex in Waterbury. Police say the 49-year-old woman was found with a gunshot wound at a complex on Eastern Avenue around 1 a.m. She was taken to the hospital and is listed in critical condition. The shooting remains under investigation. Anyone with information should call police.
A man accused of defacing a Black Lives Matter mural in Hartford appeared before a judge. This after police released camera footage showing several people walking near the mural overnight on Saturday. Fox 61's Samaya Hernandez was in court and has reaction from city leaders and artists.
According to court documents, Scott Franklin was wearing the same clothes on Wednesday when police caught up with him that a man was wearing on city cameras when camera footage shows him drawing white supremacist symbols on the letter E. Waterbury artist Yo-Yo Collado, one of more than a dozen Connecticut artists gearing up for Hartford's Juneteenth celebration Sunday, has been painting the A in Matters for over a week.
Whenever you present something really loud and really bright, there's always going to be opposition.
After Collado and other artists packed up Saturday night, Hartford City cameras showed 3 people walking from Union Station towards Trinity Street, where a Black Lives Matter mural was first created in the wake of protests following the police killing of George Floyd. Cameras show a man walk over to the E in Lives and draw a swastika and the numbers 14 and 88 in red marker.
Shorthand for white supremacist slogan words.
Hartford police say that man was 36-year-old Scott Franklin, who is homeless, lives around the train station, and has the words "White Pride" tattooed on his back, along with the same numbers used to deface the mural, which artists promptly covered with a heart.
Sir, you're Scott Franklin?
Yes, ma'am.
Police used fingerprints to identify Franklin, who was arraigned Thursday at Superior Court in Hartford on bigotry charges.
There are statements that were made that corroborated on the defendant being a known racist, a white supremacist.
Documents show the numbers on Franklin's body represent 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children, and Hail Hitler. Franklin's ex-girlfriend, one of two so-called friends in camera footage, told police he's affiliated with the Aryan Brotherhood. Mayor Luke Bronin and artists expressing similar sentiments following his arraignment. The event will go on.
Disturbing to see that there is somebody so consumed by hate out in our community. But I'm really grateful to our police for working so quickly to make an arrest, helping bring some closure to our community.
Franklin has an extensive criminal history in Connecticut, Georgia, and Florida, where he was charged in a DUI hit and run. He's held in police custody on a $150,000 bond and due back in court in 3 weeks. In Hartford, I'm Samaya Hernandez, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Samaya, thank you. Well, state police have arrested a man accused of sending threats to Governor Ned Lamont and Senator Chris Murphy. Police say Sean Palla admitted he used Instagram to send the messages. Palla told police he sent the threats because he's frustrated with Connecticut's government.
Well, new tonight, after 3 weeks, long-term caregivers and group home workers ended their strike outside the state capitol.
Fox 61's political reporter Emma Wolfhorst joins us in studio now. So, Emma, how are union leaders feeling?
Well, Jen, Ben, they're relieved and proud of what they've accomplished, but they're still disappointed. Union leaders with SEIU 1199 called this a strike against poverty. Workers picketing outside the Capitol for pay increases, affordable health insurance, and pensions. SEIU tells me they reached new contracts in recent days, ending this week's long strike. The new contracts start July 1st and cover the next 2 years, with an option to reopen negotiations after the first year. Employees will see raises of about $1.25 an hour in the first year, bringing hourly wages for approximately 20,000 workers from $17.25 to about $18.50.
Those are real dollars that make a difference towards people's lives. I think what we did not achieve was the type of transformational change that really is needed after a decade and a half of funding stagnation.
And in a statement today, Governor Ned Lamont said he applauds the workforce and private provider employers for working together to reach this agreement. He adds, with the assistance of funding provided by the recently enacted bipartisan budget for fiscal years 2024 and 2025, these labor agreements will support wage increases that will help with recruitment and retention of essential staff. SEIU 1199 tells me today most of the striking workers have returned to work this week. Ben, Jen.
Emma, thank you very much. All right, let's talk about the forecast right now. A really nice day outside, but we could be looking at more rain for the weekend.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank joining us now. All eyes, especially on Father's Day. Hi, Rach.
It looks like things do get better in time for Father's Day, but until then, or between now and then, we definitely have plenty of opportunities for showers to talk about. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-70s for the New Haven area, but close to 80 in Hartford. Sunshine, a few clouds. This is one of the nicer days in the 7-day forecast, and I think we will get up near 80 degrees again tomorrow, at least away from the Connecticut shoreline. However, there will be a rising chance for a shower or rumble of thunder later in the day and especially at night. Taking a look at the satellite, again, just a few passing clouds out there, but the next system that we're watching is going to be diving down out of the Midwest and the Great Lakes, and that'll be setting itself up around here later tomorrow into tomorrow night. But in the meantime, dinner on the deck or patio, yes please, extra long walk with the dog or just sitting out and enjoying the weather. It is a beautiful night ahead. Temperatures near 80 degrees as we're ending this newscast and gearing up for 7 o'clock. We'll see overnight lows in the 50s, and that's where we start tomorrow. Tomorrow, there will be smoke in the sky again from wildfires in Canada. It will not affect air quality too much, but you will be able to see it in the upper levels, giving the sky that milky appearance. We're also timing out that chance for showers, and it looks like we may have more on the way heading into Saturday, too. Your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, new tonight, the Department of Public Health is issuing a consumption advisory for certain species of fish in 11 bodies of water in the state. The advisory comes after samples showed fish in those areas were found to have high concentrations of PFOS, which can cause health issues. The Department of Health recommending fish in the bodies of water be eaten only once per month, and for bass caught in the Natchog, Willimantic, and Shetucket rivers, that you should not eat them at all. PFOS are related to PFAS.
Happening tonight in Avon, residents are expected to meet once again to learn how to live safely with bears in their community. At tonight's meeting at Avon Free Public Library, several experts will join residents to talk about potential solutions to the recent increase in bear sightings and encounters across the state. The meeting will begin in just under a half hour from now at 6:30.
Well, tomorrow, President Joe Biden will visit Connecticut to attend a gun safety summit at the University of Hartford. The president is expected to commemorate 1 year since Congress passed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act. It's the first major gun safety bill in decades. We spoke with the acting president of the university about what this visit means to Connecticut nearly 10 years after former President Obama spoke at the school.
Here we are, 10 years later, to some extent addressing the same issue. And we really think it's important that the group does get together and see if this can be a catalyst to make something really happen in Washington.
We also heard about how traffic in the capital city will be impacted by the president's visit and what drivers need to prepare for.
Clearly, traffic is going to be an issue. Anyone coming down from 91 near the airport, the highway, we understand, will be shut down. And so that's going to be some inconvenience for people, not to be expected.
Connecticut's news station will have live team coverage tomorrow for the president's visit to our state. We will be live all day long from the University of Hartford on the Fox 61 Morning News and on the news at 5 and 6 p.m. You can also watch the president's remarks streaming live on fox61.com.
Still to come.